before we knew anything about the new GooTuber kit, hopes were not particularly high in the competitive scene that it would be viable. The current kit the GooTuber already has is really good for it. It's got missiles. It has an aggressive sub-weapon that has utility for locating players. It's hard to have a weak weapon with that kit, but GooTuber just about pulled it off. After trying it out a bit at the Big House, top players generally seemed to agree that the Flingza was just a better alternative in the role of anchor weapon with missiles. We really haven't been seeing it at all at top levels since then, especially now that the Wiper Deco is also available. Nobody's trying to touch the main weapon if they don't have to. Its gimmick is the weakest of any chargers. The charge hold that's already on the unscoped chargers already does most of what you'd ever want to do with charge hold, and the GooTuber's lack of range and slow charge time make either the longer range charger or the Squiffer, which can charge for almost the same range more quickly and while jumping, more preferable. Now, to be fair, there aren't many weapons in the game that would ever complain about getting Fizzy Bomb. It's an insanely strong sub-weapon. Not only does it take up an extremely annoying amount of space and set up lots of different weapons for chip damage combos, both of which are really powerful for Splatoon 3 maps where you have to force your way through narrow choke points, it also paints as much as just about any other sub-weapon, which helps you farm for your special in a way that can legitimately supplement the paint output of weaker painting main weapons. It can function as a movement option as well, which I won't say that a charger class weapon necessarily needs, because it can put down a line of paint pretty quickly for itself, sort of like a Splatana wiper, but it doesn't hurt to have either. It's possible that at close range, it may be practical to attempt damage combos between a Fizzy Bomb and a partial charge of GooTuber. That would have been excellent if paired with a great special. Ultra Stamp is not the special the GooTuber folks were hoping for. Any long-range weapon is not going to synergize perfectly with the Ultra Stamp, because it's a melee weapon. You are standing in a spot further back, because that's what lets you use your range to beat weapons that don't have as much range as you do. But now you have to be really close to the opponent to use your special effectively. And the part between when you're in that mid to backline position and when you're in the frontline position are really vulnerable. You can always throw the hammer and stay back at that same range, but at that point you're not getting as much use out of the special. Why have the Ultra Stamp just to throw it right away if Trizuka is there with 3 shots? That's not to say the special won't do anything. There aren't any specials in the game right now that aren't occasionally going to be really impactful. But if you're looking for a weapon that can use Ultra Stamp aggressively, GooTuber isn't your first choice. Or your second. Or your third, or your fourth. There are a lot of weapons ahead of it in line. The GooTuber players out there are going to keep GooTubing like they always have, and my predictions have been wrong before, but I'm not expecting to see this pop up in top-level play anytime soon. We'll find out for sure when the patch drops next Friday.